Hello everyone, this is Jaya for the session of digitalization. Today we are going to discuss about what is digitalization, what is the importance, what are the advantages, and what are the case study regarding the digitalization. So today's slide, the first slide we come through with the scenario. There is a scenario between two friends who works in a same business, tourism business, where one person is Bob and second person is David. Bob is earning less, whereas the David is earning more than Bob. So what is the difference why Bob is earning less and David is earning more? The reason behind is that Bob is using the traditional way in the tours and travel business, whereas David is using the digitalization way. So in traditional way, there is a lot of paperwork, a lot of manpower is involved, a lot of errors is there, and even the cost, there is a very high costing in there. Where in digitalization way, there is a less time consumption, less manpower, the risk of the errors are very less, and the processing is very fast. Whereas in traditional way, the processing is very slow, because when we do in a traditional way, we have to keep all the documents and we have to draft and we have to take the approvals by hand and everything. But whereas in digitalization way, we can keep the documents online, we can book the tickets, we can take the visa approvals and everything. We can do it in an online platform, and there is a risk of losing those documents are very minimal, because if the document is an online platform and if it is lost somewhere, so we can retrieve it in an online platform, whereas in a traditional way, if it is lost, so we can't get through it, because we have to make it in the another draft, we have to think about the other steps, so it takes a hell lot of time to make that particular draft. So, in this manner, while doing the business, David is earning more than Bob, because he is doing everything in an online platform, even for the booking, even for taking approvals, or even scanning the documents or anything, which is particularly very easy for him, and it is less time consuming, where he is giving definite resolution for the particular query of the customers. He can do number of things in an online platform and make the customer happy. So that is why the business he's getting more than Bob, because he has to run around, he has to do the physical evidence part, he has to do the physical documentation where it is taking time, and that is why he's earning less. So that is why digitalization is a very important part or a key ingredient in a growth of a business life. If there is a good digitalization part or it is a good platform, if the business in an online platform, it becomes so very important that it can make certain things, it has certain tools, it has certain things which can make the business grow in its own way. But in traditional way, it is not possible. Second comprises of what is the difference between the traditional and digitalization way. So the difference between the traditional and digitalization way, in traditional there is more manpower is involved, more time consumption is there, there is a high costing value, very slow processing, and the chances of error is in a very high risk. In a digitalization way, if we see, there is a very less manpower is there, less time consumption is there, very low costing, and faster processing is there. And lastly, the more accuracy when we are doing in digitalization way. Because when we do in a digitalization way, the risk of the errors are very less when we draft a document or if we draft anything. So we can, if there is a error in a spelling also, we can correct it online, because it gives a hints, as you all use the word or anything, so it gives a hint that the spelling is wrong or this line is not as per the content. So this is how you can correct your draft, you can correct the sentences, you can correct the spelling, so the errors would happen very less. But in traditionalization, do you get these options? No, you don't get these options because you have to write it manually. You have to make it the things manually. You have to draft the thing manually. That makes there must be errors, one more than one errors, maybe the spelling, maybe the sentence, maybe anything, the addressing of that particular content. So there are a lot of things where you can just do it online very easily without wasting any time, and it helps to make the things more easier in your life. Third slide comprises of what is digitalization. So according to me, digitalization comprises of four areas. That is, one is technology, second is data, third is process, and fourth is organizational change. So if we talk about the first part, that is technology, nowadays, everything it is in technology, whether you are using the apps for your domestic or for your business way of things. So the technology helps you to get through many things in many ways, whether you are purchasing a product or whether you looking for accommodation or you are renting a flat or even you are renting a vehicle also. They have a different apps where you can go through it, you can understand what it is, even the prices, whatever the functionalities of that particular technology or the particular app is there. Even the food ordering, there is also a apps are multiple apps are there where you can go and just order it. So this is how the technology helps in digitalization, where you can see a number of things in an online platform, whether going in a physical way or a traditional way to go through it. So according to me, I feel uh, these apps are really important in domestic as well as in a business life, because we can, if we look about in a domestic way, we can just go through different platforms if we are buying or purchasing any product, or if we are going for a vacation and look for an hotel accommodation, the places where we want to visit. So that is much more easier way to do it. We can try to get the things done in a digitalization way. If we want a booking also, we can do it online. We can compare the prices of particular product or any other items which we are looking out. So this is how digitalization plays a role in a technology where we can do anything. So this is really connected with everything, even the data also, the process also, because when we have a number of data in an online platform where we can acquire it, we can understand that how many items are there, and we can try to get a feedback, we can get the experience of those particular products. So this is where how the technology helps to acquire the data even, and it also enables to correct the process, which makes the things much more better way. But in traditional way, can we do it? No, we can't do it. So if for me, if I take my own example, that is, if I have to purchase any simple product, whether it is a cosmetic, whether it is a domestic, I'll go to 3 to 4 different apps and check out what are the prices, what are the feedback, what are the experience the customers having. So that makes me a bit of in a decisive behavior that I can buy this product, or uh, what is the quality of this product, where I can get the feel of the product in an online platform that this would be good. I can take it where I don't have to go and search for the product, because I usually do these things because it is, uh, you can say, a tendency or a human habit that everybody wants to see the deals which they are getting in different apps, how many days they would get the product in their home. So these things are always there in the mind of a person. Even I have the same thing. If I'm looking for a particular product, I will see how much time it's taking to get me. It is delivered. So these are the things which always come to the mind if we get a better deals in different app. This is the foremost every person have it mind that when we are purchasing a product. So in my scenario, it is always like I always try to keep a tab on different apps to get the things done or to purchase the product. If I'm looking out, I can get some better deals. Moreover, some people, if they are ordering a food or something, so they'll look that there should be no service charge. So the things are always a person looks many options while doing a shopping or ordering anything. So in traditional way, you don't get these options. It is not easy for anybody to do it. So it becomes a little bit difficult in traditional way to get through it, to get the things done in a simpler way or an easier way. It is not possible in traditional, but in digitalization way, it's really very easy because you get a tap on everything which you want to acquire in the digital platform. Whether it looks for a payment, even we have an online wallet where you can just pay off with the wallet instead of using a card. So these things become the life for the business prospect as well as because uh, if it helps for a domestic person's life, so it also helps in a business growth where business can show a number of products online so that he can grab the customer's attention through it so that he can try to get the each of the things present in front of customers so that he can see it, he can compare it, and it makes the life of the business, it's very easy because he can eventually get the customer, he can retain the customer through their service also. This is the one more important point when we are doing business in an online platform. So what is the importance of the digitalization in the next slide? According to me, the errors part, which is most important in business life, and whereas when we are doing in a traditional way, there are a lot of errors, maybe in a draft or the document is lost or anything is can be happen in a traditional way. But in uh, digitalized way, we can do the automation process. We can try to get the process straight. We can there are less errors in that particular method, so we can change, we can modify, we can do number of things in an online platform to grow our business. Whether we can put out a discount, whether we can good show a better quality of a brand or whatever we are advertising, even we can do that advertising part on the uh, online platform, whether it is in social media, whether we can put up a video and do a brand awareness. So these help for the business growth when we do it in a digitalization method. But in traditional method, can we able to do it? If we ask the question to ourselves, no, we can't do it. It's really tough to get through it. Firstly, we have to get the attention of the consumers, which are really nowadays the consumers are really very interested in online platform where he or she can see each and every product online or get the information about it or get the feedback for it on an online platform. So that becomes the importance of digitalization in the business life more because it helps it the consumer, plus it can retain the customer through the service. They can also provide the service which is the consumer nowadays wanted from the business persons from our platform. If we can say that if I'm selling something, if I'm selling a jam, so if that jam is in good quality, if I'm putting it a very high advertising on my own website and I'm trying to grab the attention of the customer will definitely come, will always come to check the website, how the website work, is the interface is good or not, is the service is good or not, the product, what is the range, price range of that particular product. So these things always help that to retain the consumers or to grab the customers attention for the same. That is why we say digitalization is very important in business life these days. So the operational costs according to this is very low because when we do an automation, we can put up a people in that particular process, a well qualified person for that particular process, and he can able to make that process a very smooth so that the business could run smoothly. He can expand it smoothly without any delay, without any glitch. And if there is a technical glitch. For instance, everybody has a technical glitch when it's doing an online platform. Sometimes the chat part is not working, or the main homepage is not working. It is something which we can work on it, which we can do something on it. But in digitalization, where the person who's sitting in the shop and trying to sell his product, can he able to do all these things? If I, according to me, it's not possible. It's really not possible because in today's world, everybody is looking out for an online platform to get through it. So this is one more key from the throughout the session. I was saying that in this importance of digitalization is the most important is to retain the customers. And if I ask you people, how do you retain the customer? It is the only way to retain the customers in an online platform is to give a well good service. And the service plays an important role when you try to help the consumers with their query or with their issues or with any complaints. The consumer will be very happy with the resolution from our side so that he can able to get back again, repeat the purchases, and even he can recommend other people to do the same thing. And this becomes a bit easy for us to do it because if we help those customers, if we are sitting on the business side and we are trying to help the consumers are very happy because they know that the people are listening to them. That is the most important, the key point of it, that the customer understand. If the representative is understanding his issue, he's trying to help, the consumers are really happy. Then he'll go back, he'll recommend the site for the other people, and he'll also come back. There will be a good purchases, it will gain to the profits, it will have a business growth. So this is how the service also play a very important part into the growth of the business. Whether it is your brand awareness, whether it is your product, anything, if you give a good service on an online platform to the consumers, it is really what is nowadays the consumer is looking for, the service only. If he is purchasing some product and if he is getting the good service, the person is happy, your business is good, and he can come back and recommend the things to others also. Next slide is of examples of digitalization. So there are many examples nowadays. Today's digital signatures are available where uh, for me, I'm the one person who doesn't want to go to any offices and sign the forms. I would like the person should come, or we can do it online instead of wasting my time in traveling. Many people feel in that way also because I feel in the same big way because I'm the most things I'm doing it on online platform, whether I'm buying, whether I'm doing anything, even I'm reading the books on an online platform. So this makes the life little bit easier for me. It's easier because I do a lot of bank transactions which are totally online, and which makes I don't have to sit in a queue and wait for my service to be done. I can do it online instead of going physical there. So nowadays you can do an online transaction, you can have a form signed in an online platform where you can give the documents online. Even you can scan the photograph and keep it on your phone or your laptop. Even you can and scan your boarding pass or anything, or you can get those tickets online. So that even for a movie theater or a bus ticket, not a bus ticket, but for a train ticket or anything, you can take it everything it online so that it becomes easier for you, for your life to get through it to a day in day out routine. So for me, digitalization is very important because these things come in my way because I do a lot of online transaction. Uh, you can say it, I can do a lot of banking transaction. You can say that if I have to purchase some grocery or something. So I do a lot of online platform work. Plus, I do the research. I check out the products. I check out multiple apps for the same. And so if you see in my phone, there are multiple apps where I always try to get a knowledge of that particular product if I want to buy it. So this is how the examples are there. You can do the social campaigning, you can do advertising online. You have all the social media pages where you can do the brand awareness of your product. Even you can tell about your business, even you can tell about your company, what are you doing. So these are what are the social media for. This is a digital platform where you can look out for anything if you want to do any advertising in an online platform. So this is what a digital way to do it. You can preserve everything online. You can save the files for yourself. You can keep your photographs. You can put your pictures, everything. You can save it on cloud and on an online platform. This is way it helps in a business as well as domestic thing. So from the entire session where we learned about what is digitalization, what are the importance and what are the examples. So these points always come to the mind when we look about the advantages of digitalization. That is, one is the time saving, second is cost saving, third is accuracy, fourth is easy distribution, uh, then the second would be secured, and the last would be the increased profits. So in easy distribution means, if I take this point, like if I have to give some information about something, I would do it by through email, because I want to get it through like five people to know about that information. I can simply give a mail and the other five people will get that mail, and the information or the knowledge is being shared. So that is why it is an easy distribution. Even it can be used in social media also. If you want to put up about your product or about your brand, you can put it on social media. Every person will look into it. So you don't have to go either way within a traditional way or providing the pamphlets for your brand. It's much easier. You can do it online platform and you'll get the results. The second point is secured, which is more important because all the documents or anything which is secured on an online platform, there is always a line where you can put the things in a secured way. You can have all the things which you can manage it in online platform. The documents are secure, the payments are secure, everything. Nowadays the payment part is also in a secured way when you're putting money on the wallet, or if you're using the card. So there are all many secured ways to doing it. And lastly, it increases the profits, which I told about. When the person gets through the service of your brand or of your website, so it makes the repeat purchases. You can retain the customers. It makes your profit of your business in a growth way. So that's the reason. These are the advantage, or you can say the key points for the digitalization, that it is a time saving, cost saving, it is secured, it is a easy distribution, it is increase in profits, and the most important, the accuracy, where you need the most when you are preparing any documents, or you are booking something, or you can ordering something. So these things come as a uh, pointers for the digitalization way in your business life, because these things are really important when you are running a business on an online platform. Now we are going to conclude with a case study, which case study involves a QR code. So from at still, we have in this session, we learned about the digitalization. What are the advantages? What is the importance and the examples? Now we are concluding it with a case study, which includes a QR code. You all know what is a QR code, whereas I'm working for a UX Living Lab. And in my company, everything is dependent on a QR code, because in our QR code, when we do the registration, when we do each and everything, when we put our details and register there, we get a QR code where we can just as far we when scan this QR code, we get to know what we want from the website. We want a service, or we want to upload, or we want a social media things. So we can get through one QR code, because this is a unique identification of a number. If you see in these days, QR code is mainly used in the shopping part, where uh, means in banking also, when you punch that QR code, you get your service instantly. I do mostly in online platform doing a net banking, getting my transactions done. But if we go to a physical form in a bank, we can just punch our QR code and we can get that service. We can get the direction to go which cubicle where my service is being served. So that is why the QR code is most important. And for us, for our company, QR code is really important because we try to get the things simple for our consumers because they don't have to wait. We don't want the other person's time to be wasted. We will try to get the things done as quick as possible through this particular QR code. So the case study which I'm trying to talk about, it is when we go shopping. So in my experience, if I tell you that I go a number of shopping things, sometimes in a physical way when there was not that much of a pandemic. So when we go to a shopping part, so I try to look out things where in a one place I could get a number of brands. Whether I'm looking out for shoes, for example, if I'm looking out for shoes or I'm looking for a watch or anything. So what I observe in this, that QR code plays a very important part. Whether if I say that if I gone to a one showroom and there are a lot of brands in one showroom for shoes, so I can take any of the brands. Like if I take like Clarks, it's a good brand for the shoes. But there is a QR code where if we scan that QR code, we get a discount thing on it, and there comes a message to our WhatsApp, and if we open that link, we get that discount for that particular product if the product range is like 1500. So we can get, if we do that scan of a QR code of that particular product or a brand, we can get something discount on that product while buying it. So in our way, it is simply looks I'll show you how it looks like. Firstly, I wanted to tell you before we go through it, the case study. If you want to really connect with our company, you can just download this digital queue. You can, if you download this, you can get through easily, get the things done very quick. And if you want to connect with us, you want to know about any information about a product or the services, we can connect with us. I will tell you how to do it. That would be much more easier way to do it. I'll give you the links even in the comment section so that you can just take a look on it. So today we'll go through which I was explaining about that QR code where we get uh, the things to be done. So while scanning this, if you scan this QR code, if this would be a QR code for a company, I'm giving you as an example, when I go for a shopping, this type of a QR code is always available with the brands where you can take the discount or whatever the offers they are giving you. So while doing this, while scanning this, if you scan this QR code for this particular watch, so you'll get this type of a picture where this is a discount coupon where they offer the services like you're getting 50% off for this particular watch. So this is how it works when we scan the QR code. We can, if you want to, if you are buying something, it's a watch. According to me, if I buy for shoes also, I'll get this type of a discount, more about 20 to 30%. Or we get some other offers or deals with that particular product. So while scanning this, we can get a good number of things, as well as it gives a growth for the business life. And you can see how it grows. If the customer takes a product of yours and if it gives this much of offers, so it becomes easier that the person would come back, that he would recommend this type of a product to other people, and he or she will tell, okay, if I scan this now, I get this offer. This is like I also get very excited when if I get so much of discount for that particular product. If I'm buying a very high quality product like uh, 1500 or 1600, and if I'm getting like 20 to 30% off, so that would be a delightful moment for everybody, for every consumers if they're getting that uh, discount if they are scanning it. So this is how it works in our professional life also. Our professional life or our company always deal with the QR code because it has all been developed on the basis of a QR code. Whether you want a service, whether you want to upload a feedback, or whether you want to connect with us, these are all dealing with one single QR code. Every company has a unique code. Every person has the different ideas to promote, and nowadays QR code is the main thing to do it. Because if you go for an example like wallets, if we are doing a Google Pay, they are giving options. The main thing, nobody wants to put a number. They always scan the QR code and get the payment done. That is much more easier in a payment section, in a wallet section, if we go through online payment. So this is how, when we are purchasing for a product and if we scan the QR code, you get a multiple offers into that. And this is how the business, if it gives a QR code for a particular brand or a product. So the person, if he is giving good offers or a good deals, the consumer will definitely come back for it. It will give the repeat purchases. It will also recommend the other people to do it. That is how the QR code plays a very vital role in it. And I would recommend that you should also visit to our site uslivinglab.com, where you can see what you want about your company, about your brand, about your product. If you want any reports regarding it, we can do a market research. We are the market research consultant where we can research about your company, about your brand, about your products, why it is not aware to the consumer. We put a good of amount of reports. We have a continuous feedback from the consumers who are using your products, so we can make you a qualitative as well as a quantitative report for you, for your company, for your brand, for your product, so that you can get a clear picture that where the lacking is in your business, why it is not growing. So it would be much more easier if we connect. If you connect with us, we will try always to help you out in the business level, so that you don't have to wait for anything and you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to connect with us, register the QR code with us, and we are happy to help you, because my company's focus, even my focus, is only on the consumers, because the consumers are the only person who helps your business to grow. If there are no consumers, you can't grow your business in any way. So the most important is the customer, and second is the service. If we give you a good service, if we try to understand what is your query, what are your complaint, what is the issue, then we can try to help you out in every such manner to grow your business smoothly, to run the business smoothly. So that's why I would always recommend you to go through our website, to know about our company, and to get whatever the service you want from us. So this is the session about the digitalization with a case study. And if you want more information about it, I would give you a link where you connect with us also. And so this would be a very important, it becomes easier for you. You don't have to wait for anybody to come through it and ask for it. You can just put appointment for us. I'll show you how it is done. This link I would be sharing with you. This is a calendar link where you can choose any date from there, anytime you want to connect with us. And we'll try to help you out in any manner so that we can ease your issues. We can try to help you out in any manner. So this is how you put a date, you put a time, and there will be a call which comes through it. And you need to provide your email ID along with it so that it would be easier to make the appointments more easy, more accurately. So these links I would be sharing on the comment section. Hope you enjoyed today's session about the digitalization and with the interesting case study. So I would suggest if please visit our website, try to get through it, whatever you want. If you want to connect, want to know about the information about the product and service, please let us know so that we can go through it. So thank you so much for the session. Bye bye.